the Federal Bureau of Control. We had just, I believe, changed into this new golden suit that we found from the luck and probability room in the research sector there. We are now on the mission Finish Tango, attempting to find Ahti the Janitor, who will, I suppose, give us something to help us get through the ashtray maze, which seems to be a shifting security system to protect dimensional research, the further secret section of the research sector. So let me see if I can just get my bearings here. In terms of missions. Alright, yes, we still have a token for the jukebox. We're still trying to hunt down some items as well as some of Simon Arish's old squad mates. And we have this self-reflection quest we need to do. While we have our brand new suit, let's go look in the mirror. This sounds oddly appropriate. So, Research Sector's Synchronicity Lab. We have been slowly learning a little bit about the concept of synchronicity as we go along here. I have been absolutely fascinated about it. I cannot for the life of me remember. There we go. It's up. It's up on the D-pad. How to get the map up. That's what I was trying to find. But this is just for the local sector. I really need the full map here in the fast travel menu. I have ability points too. Let's not skirt past those. I am going to go full launch. It's basically my best power at the moment, so I'll take full advantage of it. And energy galore, if possible. One more for that, so let's do just a touch of health. Alright. I do need to construct, say, the sniper rifle here as well. And the rocket blast sort of thing. Let's go ahead and get charge. In case I have any large groups of enemies I need to clear out. There we go, and that'll spend some of that source I'm always wasting on my many, many repeated and easily avoidable deaths. Alright, so now we're going to research sector. And wherever will put us closest to the Synchronicity Lab, which looks like the Ritual Division here. Alright. Ritual Division. So... Ritual Office. Protective Studies. Looks like I'm about to be ambushed. There it is. That's not a good sound. Got her. Alright, so there's where we found, we stacked boxes for roughly 10 minutes and finally found an evil rubber duck. Here's the Hadron Resonance Laboratory, where we solved a little puzzle. None of these are the Synchronicity lab I'm looking for.
He's trying to test our code breaking skills.
I'll comment about Dr. Darling's penmanship there that I sort of missed, but I'm assuming was fun. Okay, so we're back out to the main section here. Let's see if we can find the Synchronicity lab on any signs. Oh, I really can't get that way, because it's completely blocked. I always think there'll be a way to get to Ritual Division from here, but they specifically make you go around, and there's no way to clear that, particular geometric corruption. So I was better off where I started in the Ritual Division. But let's see if I can work my way back over there. That doesn't look like Synchronicity for sure, but I'm curious. Huh. Elevator does not seem to be working to get me back up. I was hoping that'd be an easy, maybe it's easy. Is the elevator working now? Yes. Okay. Now we're not trapped down here. That's all I care about. So this appears to be where the mold is seeping in. But no collectibles. Oh, hey.
Area's under quarantine. I wouldn't go in there without talking to Underhill first. Even if you have, I still wouldn't go in.
Excuse me? Are you lost?
I literally am, yeah. I actually am lost.
Do you normally barge into people's private workspaces?
She clearly doesn't know who she's talking to. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
Why? Because of those hiss things the Rangers keep going on about. Haven't you people sorted
Yeah.
that out yet? The
Because of
situation
those.
down here could spell doom for the Bureau.
You mean this mold?
External to the whole hiss
Correct.
situation, you mean?
Perhaps you could help me. I require samples of various mold strains, and the mold has made the environment far too dangerous for me to fetch them myself.
Really? Mold samples? I thought this could spell doom.
It could, and it will, whoever you are. The mold is spreading. We need to find the source before it spreads too far.
Any samples will do that?
No. Samples of 5 unique strains, when blended properly, will allow you to travel deeper into the pit where I've pinpointed the approximate location of the source of the mold.
Okay. So what do these samples look like?
Similar to the one on my table there. I've made a list of the samples I need. Here.
Croquembouche?
You'll find them throughout the threshold.
I'll take a look.
Yummy.
My name's Jessie, by the way.
If you wanted me to find your baked goods, you could have just asked. You don't need to invent this whole mold scenario.
Have you worked with Emily Pope?
Our paths have crossed. Darling arranged for us to have a coffee. A meeting of the minds, he called it. She's talented. I can certainly see her doing well here.
I feel like there's a but coming.
But she's drunk a bit too much of the Bureau's proverbial Kool-Aid. She shouldn't be afraid to forge ahead on her own. Science is skepticism. Everything must be questioned before the
That's
truth
commendable.
can emerge.
If you have to name something bad about someone, it could be that they're not forging ahead on their own scientific
So
merits.
is Darling your boss?
I
If
suppose.
you insist on clinging to such outdated hierarchies, then yes. However, I would argue that our fields are too dissimilar for one to manage the other. Of course, Darling would much prefer to find his own miracle solution to the Bureau's fungal frustrations. He always needs to be the hero.
Well, he is Darling.
So tell me again how you came to work at the Bureau?
Well, like I said, I was brought in as a special advisor. A temporary position, you see. Although that's not the whole truth. I was employed here for a time, straight out of university. After a decade of admittedly fascinating work in threshold research and regulation, I began to chafe under the bureaucracy. I needed a change. Not that academia was so different.
I'm
And
really
then
glad
more.
she's down here. This is exactly the sort of person the Bureau needs.
Since my departure from the Bureau, they hadn't been able to find my equal in threshold analysis. Darling and I had kept in touch over the years, meeting at conferences and the like. He called me, and I booked a flight. I've never been able to say no to a man with a dangerous alien biosphere.
Oh, tell me about it.
I had to leave my post in the middle of term, but so be it.
So she's a professor. That explains a lot.
That's Professor Underhill to you?
The mold seems to be having some weird effects on things.
Indeed. Even people are susceptible. The fungus grows rapidly within the chest cavity, killing the host. Luckily, one must ingest the stalks to become infected.
Don't eat the mold. Okay.
We've always cremated the infected bodies after autopsy, but I believe there may be another stage of maturity. A blooming, if you will.
I never thought the word blooming would sound so horrible. Thanks for the
Okay.
information.
My pleasure.
Really, really nice to meet you, Professor Underhill. I'm really glad you're literally under the research sector. And I will do anything you tell me to do. Sure. Alternate perspective. Threshold utility research. Dr. Darling's recently penned essay titled Fully Redacted contains some glaring omissions that I feel I must shine a light on. Firstly, the entire premise of the essay is that the quarry threshold is beneficial to the Bureau, while the mold is, quote, actively hostile, to use his words. We cannot determine the worth of these dimensions and their life forms using bureaucratic definitions. Secondly, the mold is much more beneficial than some rock. If the creating the mold were reconfigured in their purpose, the structures they could build would rival the greatest skyscrapers. The mold's resistance to various strains of disease we've attempted to introduce could be derived into Yes, admittedly, this application is more difficult than picking up a rock and gluing it to a wall. But I paused to wonder when the Bureau lost its eagerness for a challenge. I'm so glad she's down here. Goodness. Just fantastic stuff. Rhea, you absolute treasure.
Please?
Mold threshold. So you want to know how my mold research is getting on, Casper? Well, here it is. Microscopic organisms, similar in appearance to construct the architecture of the mold. I do not understand if these are the original disseminators of the mold or are bidden by some fungal infection. The mold is the most prolific and durable organism I have ever seen. I theorize there is a mold source located somewhere on our side of the threshold, rooted here to accelerate growth in our dimension. I refer to this yet unknown source as Mold 1. The mold produces an enticing aroma to encourage human consumption of itself. It propagates in the chest cavity and quickly subsumes the entire body, seizing control of motor functions. This behavior was not observed when I first arrived, which means the mold has adapted to our presence and targeted our biological imperatives as a way to spread. It is a truly ingenious little thing. A full report will be ready soon. Keep your slacks on. Okay. Do I get one of these before I go out there? Could I maybe quick change? Avert your eyes, Rhea. I don't want you to see what I have on my golden suit. Hello, Rhea. How's it going down there? Enjoying the mold so far? Anyway, settling back into life at the old FBC. I also wanted to ask how your coffee with Emily went. She's a star on the rise, incredibly bright, extremely intuitive, but I want to hear what you thought of her. I think you two could be very good on a project together, could learn a lot from each other. Let's get together and chat about it soon, Anyway, sorry for the interruption. I'm sure you can't think of anything besides the mold right now. You always were a woman of focus. Always admired that about you. Talk soon, Casper. Oh, darling. Write me more correspondence, darling. Write me more. Speaking of which, Rhea, you, Casper, sensing a little spark in these notes, a little playful antagonism that could perhaps lead to a spark in the future if Casper isn't deeply dead by now. We have not found him yet.
My pleasure.
I guess she doesn't want to talk about it. Yeah, okay, there. I was like, do I not have clearance level 4? Alrighty. So I guess this is the way out. If you don't hit your head first.
It smells so sweet down here. Suddenly I'm really hungry.
So enticing.
I wonder how this mold tastes.
Don't wonder that, Jesse. No. Stop wondering. So this is very, very sad now. With her explanation, it seems clear that these are ex-humans who were too enticed by the sweet, sweet smell of mold and began to eat it. That's the only way they can turn into these things.
Are those?
So a lot of people thought that eating mold was a good idea. A lot more people than I'm comfortable having work for me thought that eating the mold was just a super great idea. Okay, I'll just do it manually, sure. I'll do it all myself. Oh, that doesn't look good. Ah, shoot. Rapid fire. Okay. There we go.
Found one.
There's our first croquembouche. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So sorry. Alright, back to the mold. Alright, so there was one there. I need to switch this over. I've just realized I'm still pointed towards the Synchronicity lab. We'll get back there. I'm sorry I got distracted, Mirror. I'm just trying to delay it to be slightly less, filled with nepotism. Or not nepotism, narcissism. That's what I'm looking for. That doesn't make any sense. Huh. A control point, but it doesn't heal anything. The mold is not a resonant corruption. Alright, why are there a bunch of exploding things back there? What do they want me to use them on? Hidden location. A rather lovely potted plant. Yeah, this is coming with me. This belongs to me now. Put it right here in camp where it can really infect a lot of folks. Gently. Don't tip all the dirt out of it. Oh, okay. Oh, hey. Sorry, I was busy playing with plants. Alright, so that's just a radio. We got a little secret thing. Another secret thing over here. Lovely.
This must be one of the samples.
Alright, I'm thinking that's pretty well explored. How about back here? Yep. Okay, so we're looking for a television, some toilets. I'm guessing the pit is that. And those are the last three. So... ooh, I really need... I wonder if I got enough ability points. Let's check something crazy here. If I got enough ability points to get this, slam move, I think that might help us navigate this area a little bit better. I've been holding off on it. See if we can afford it with one, by any chance. Ah, I need 3. No problem. I'll be back around. That would just allow me to do a little bit more maneuvering downward. Really unpleasant that those respawn. I was hoping that would stay clear, because those can kill me really quickly. their rapid-fire thorns, or whatever they are. Okay. Let's see here. Lab number 6. Is this where they keep the toilets? Labs 4, 5, and 6. Oh, I'm not sure which one first. Toilets! Lovely. That's what we've been looking for. I say that about 3 times every road trip, if you were curious. Oh, toilets! Lovely! That's what we were looking for.
Gross. Underhill's gonna owe me
Okay.
for this.
That's gonna be probably the hardest croquembouche to eat for me. But we'll get it down, no worries. Yikes. Caught myself in an explosion of goo there and lost all my health. What a shame. Okay, so we're just looking for one near the pit and one near some televisions, which has to be pretty much the only place I haven't been yet. There he is. I knew I was hearing footsteps somewhere. Okay, so I still have to go into Lab 5, I believe, unless I just did that without thinking. Let me double check. Ah, darn it. I should be suspecting that. Those health nubs are giving me very, very little at this point. I really need to upgrade that health. Here are the televisions, though. Lovely. Was in Lab 5.
Underhill samples.
And it looks like we also have a threshold, kids. As it happens. Strap in. I love how the only instructions for the children are don't touch and don't scream too much. Like, you're gonna scream, but just not too much. It's a shift. Stay calm, Topher.
Building shifts occur at random and without warning, but with the Bureau's
Thanks, Mr. Bones.
cutting-edge technology, we can stabilize the oldest house. Safe employees are happy employees. Certain rituals allow agents to navigate the oldest house as well. But accidents do happen. Trapping agents inside the walls. I heard you got stuck in your room for 3 days, Topher. Too bad you didn't have your book with you. Or any food. And remember, kids, when you feel the floor deviate, it's already much too late.
Thanks, Mr. Bones. I'll remember that. I love it so much that Meg is, like, perfectly comfortable with Mr. Bones. Like, yeah, he's here to teach us stuff, that's fine. But Topher just screams and screams anytime Mr. Bones shows up. Topher's just screaming and covering his eyes until he leaves. He just hates Mr. Bones. And understandably so. Alright, so near the pit. How far into the pit can we get? There it is.
This looks
Right near. Ah, my favorite mission objective ever.
So
Speak with
samples.
Dr. Underhill.
I should get these back to Underhill.
Oh, that's the bad stuff. That's the mold that hurts. Okay. So I gotta get up here so that I can jump over it. Fair enough.
You look like a woman with mold form.
Hello again.
I found all 5.
I've got your pastries.
But I kind of wanted to eat them.
The mold has that effect on some people. Likely due to the fact it's not actually mold or even of this dimension. I suspect it is the result of 2 incompatible molecular structures, one dominant, coming into contact. I call it mold or fungus because it's closer in appearance and behavior than anything else we know. Except perhaps bacteria.
She reminds me of my old biology teacher.
Did you happen to meet any more members of my ranger detail?
I didn't see any rangers. Just walking mold people. Unless...
Yes.
Mhm.
If you found mold people, you found my rangers. I refer to the creatures as hosts. They, like other unwary agents, succumbed to the appetite. But that's nothing for you to worry about. The pill I'm about to make with these samples will make the lower level perfectly safe to traverse. It has the added
nice.
benefit of immunizing you against the pit's toxic spores.
I feel like I should
So I
ask
should be able to
your
get into
credentials.
every mold room now.
There.
Like to get
That didn't
collectibles
take
even
long,
back
did
in
it?
Central Executive, etc.
Ingest this pill, then go and find the source of the mold. Only there can we begin to understand how to stop it.
Take a mystery pill because a rude lady in a hazmat suit tells you to. Great idea, Jesse.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Ugh.
I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Honestly, did you want me to wrap it in cheese?
Not the taste, the smell.
Would have preferred that,
Stinks in
yeah.
here now. Good. That means the pill is working. The worse it smells, the safer you'll be. Now go. Find the source.
That's hilarious that that's all it was really doing. Like,
Thanks
yeah,
for
maybe
the
it was
information.
hurting me, but it's
My
more
pleasure.
accurately that I just wanted to eat it. When you get down to that level, you want to eat it so badly. It's losing you health somehow.
Director.
Okay, so I have a feeling this is going to end in pretty immediate tears, but let's investigate the pit. We never did go down here either. Let's check below this again and see what's down here. Mm-hmm. Pink Flamingo. Altered item 46. Agents noticed a transient commonly found outside the entrance of the Bureau headquarters would carry the item and loudly claimed to be responsible for the lack of inclement weather. The frequency of these claims attracted the personal interest of Dr. Darling. I wish I could attract the personal... Moving on. In interviews disguised as casual conversations, the transient reported that the item, quote, gives me clouds when it's hot and sun when it's not. An event of note occurred during a heavy downpour when the vagrant was witnessed performing a possible ritual with the item. Dr. Darling reported a wait of seconds before the rain stopped. The vagrant was seized the next day. After he was found to possess no and was released. The item remains in Bureau custody under suspicion of altered status, though this still has not been proven. All known variations of identification formulas have failed to elicit a response from the item. That is interesting. So the pink flamingo is still a potential altered item, but they have not been able to replicate it the way that the vagrant was able to. Okay. We'll just aim it carefully. Just, nailed it. Okay, let me see if I can go get some of these health nibs real quick. And then we go down. So nice to be able to survive the mold now. Level 9 down here.
Ramsey, Ranger Captain, note 7.25. Underhill sent us down this weird-ass whatever's making it to sprite. I will say this, it smells delicious.
Smells delicious. Balloon. Must be the get well soon balloon we found down there in the Panopticon. Get well balloon, altered item 58. Item was used in the children's ward of a local hospital, and witnesses do not recall where the balloon came from. Therapy dogs, part of a program called Dogs for Therapy, meant to comfort the sick children, were noticeably attracted to the item. They reportedly jumped at it, licking it when they could. Children claimed that the dogs began walking through the halls of the hospital at night, howling in a low pitch. One child described the sound as singing. Another child described it as pretty fucking traumatizing. A few days later, the dogs were all discovered dead. A dark substance leaking from their aha. The hospital staff called local authorities, who called the CDC. Bureau agents intercepted this call and arrived at the scene within 600 hours, I'm guessing. The item was taken for evaluation along with the remains of the dogs. Is that what caused the whole dead dog exchange between the two gentlemen in the containment sector? Fighting over teeth? Or was that a completely different dead dog situation? Starting to stack up, regrettably. Okay, heading this way.
Oh, God. The further I go, the worse it smells.
I'll just take that. Such close quarters for telekinesis. I should really have a shotgun out. That's what I'm missing. Okay, so that lines up with here. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything. Very strong. Okay.
Ramsey, Ranger Captain, note 7.28. Wait, 6, 7, whatever. Still in the thresh mold? Ollie's straight up eating
The thresh mold.
Why not? Mom said, here's your vegetables. Eat too many and your skin will turn green. Green like Ollie's. Hey!
Oh yeah, it's not going good for Ranger Team. It is really not. The poor dears. I reclaim these testing mannequins as director. Except for that one, because it's damaged in the forehead area. We're gonna have to send it back to the factory. Mm-hmm.
Is that the source? It's
Oh, that looks bad.
pretty.
Oh, hey. Okay, I'm gonna have to be real careful about my intense, almost infamous lack of health. Not to mention my intense, almost infamous lack of energy. There we go. Almost didn't survive that.
All the weird shit in this place.
But then at the last minute decided to survive it. So now the threshold, or the foothold that the mold got on our side of the threshold, should be taken out. Which will slow the spread, but not stop it. Unless the threshold is completely taken out, this will continue to happen. And I think that's good. I hope Underhill can study it and get it under control. But now it should be controllable. Full stop. Another control point deep below. Oh, lovely. Got an achievement for that. For cleansing 25 control points, apparently.
Oh, so good. Oh, need more.
Oh, Ramsey, no. I know it tastes of croquembouche, but it's just not. It's not at all. Alright, so I do believe there is no way whatsoever up out of the pit. I don't think they would allow you to levitate that high. So I think we have to fast travel up out of here now. And hopefully I didn't miss too many collectible items we'll have to come back for later. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I need the active threshold. And then to jump across the gap.
returned, I see.
How could I stay
And
away?
you're not sprouting mold from your eyes. I take it that means my pill worked. Now tell me everything. Did you find the source? You did, didn't you?
It
I found
was
a big
stunning.
alien plant, like gigantic.
Let me tell you all about it.
I killed it.
You killed it! You found the source and you killed
It
it!
it tried
I
to
could have
kill
learned so much
me,
from a live specimen.
to specify.
Her concern is touching. Really, it's too much. Here, I brought you a sample.
A piece of the innermost mold. You're not such a lost cause after all.
That's the good stuff.
So different, even superficially. Another stage of growth, perhaps.
Please, no more stages.
You'll be pleased to know that cutting down the creature at the source has already resulted in a notable cessation of the mold's rapid growth. You've bought me time for further study.
So what now?
I'm glad you asked. While you were busy in the pit, a number of mold hosts were sighted beyond the threshold. They managed to sneak out without the rangers noticing. There's a reason I didn't send Steve and Andy to find the mold source with the others. These vagrant hosts must be eradicated as soon as possible. The mold can still be spread by their overgrown bodies.
Any idea where they went?
The hosts I've observed are not a sprightly bunch. Here are the reports I've received. They'll help you find them.
I'll go take care of them.
Good. And do be quick about it.
There's a nice way to say that.
All
Thanks for the
right.
information.
My pleasure.
Once again, an absolute pleasure to meet you, Underhill. Thank you for your contributions to the Bureau. And let's get out of here. So just a quick check on this mission, see where the locations of the mold rangers are here. Parapsychology, Ritual Division, and Central Research. So they're all in the research sector. That's nice. I'll be right back. 1 second. All right. More water for the Water Lord. We'll add it to the pile here. And now, unless we happen to stumble on any mold hosts in research on our way to Synchronicity, let's just make this the priority once again. It is almost 8 a.m. on a Friday morning for me when I am playing this. And I luckily do not have to run off today. So we can keep pushing just a little bit, if that is of interest to anyone. There he is. That's what's causing me problems. I'd better give another look to my mods at some point. I'm guessing these little... I don't think these were here before I did that mold mission. I'm guessing they're tracking spores to help you find where those hosts are. So these are the guys in the research division that Underhill wants us to get rid of. And it looks like there are maybe 3 or 4 of them in each of the listed sections. 'Cause that only moved the bar slightly. All right. A nice quiet cafeteria. I love how everything reacts to your strange abilities. All the mustards go a-flying. Alright, that's just a radio, nothing I need to pick up. I'm sure we've been here before. Just looking for mold. Yeah, it looks like there's some in Lab 1. Hey, that music is not for you. This nostalgic Poets of the Fall experience is not for Mold Men. Okay, so we'll see if we find any more mold spots here, but really what I need to do is get back up and around. Let's see if this lets me shortcut it back to the ritual division. I went the wrong way right off the bat.
I want to see where Blacktop prisms lie on the most.
There's still health nubs in here from my very first fight. It's impressive that they retain that information so long. I think it would despawn. Alright, so Synchronicity should be off of here. I just did not go the right way at all. I went exactly the opposite way. Aha, and there's some mold here too. We must be on the right track for one of the Ritual Division hosts. Synchronicity Lab. This ought to be interesting. Oh wow, what's that? Looks like a piece of an outfit or something. But just a prototype? I have no idea. I was reading something about these, by the way, that I'm always thinking these are like more important. I know they were the symbols used for that punch card puzzle in the HRA lab. Apparently, before the game came out, they were also used for like an ARG, an outside of the game in the real world. And there were like 3 of them, and each one that they showed in a video before the game came out related to 2 digits. So apparently each hexagon can uniquely convey 2 digits in each configuration, like all the different ways it can be categorized or whatever. So I'm not sure if that will come into play again or if it was only used for the ARG, but it is interesting that there is actually a language of sorts, a code behind those, as suspected. Not sure what it is they're testing in here exactly. There's a bunch of those Newton's cradles. Three of them are moving on that side, only one of them on that side, and none of them are moving in synchronization. I'm not sure if that's important. So we're looking for a mirror in the Synchronicity lab. Synchronicity experiment. Experimentation with global synchronicity. As a test, television sets were placed in a variety of locations around the world inside rooms identically decorated. The hypothesis was that by identically altering the decor of every room and then changing the channel in every room but one, that the single differing television would spontaneously align the incoming frequency to match its synchronized counterparts. The experiment seemed like a failure until it was observed that the agents responsible for arranging and monitoring these rooms were all experiencing the same emotional turmoil as one clinically depressed member of the team, himself being located in the eastern part of Westeros. Psychological examination of the agents proved the correlation. Interestingly, the phenomenon of synchronicity did occur, but not in the way predicted. Mirror testing. That's what we're looking for. It's a level 6. Altered item inside. Access restricted. Well, in that case, don't want anyone seeing.
Altered item here.
Find a way into the containment cell. Must be that. Guessing these are window shutters of a sort. They can go up, or they can go down. Binary state window shutters. It's the new thing. Mirror containment. Altered item 60. The mirror does not reflect its surroundings with perfect accuracy. The environment seen in its glass contains slight distinctions. It is unknown why the mirror does this. If there is any cheese left in the bowl, then it's something we can't perceive. The popular theory is that the mirror has a goal in mind, that it reflects the world it wishes were real, subtly replacing our reality with its own. While certainly far-fetched, the theory is worth noting here as a warning not to underestimate the mirror. The specially designed black rock panels have been installed to prevent access from our side or the mirrors. For added security, a particular arrangement of the panels is required to open the door. Okay, so we need to arrange the black rock panels in a specific configuration in order to unlock it. How do we know what that configuration is?
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror. It's the longest time on record. Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy?
Oh, shoot. In just 3 hours?
Hardy is physically healthy. All tests have come back clean. Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours. Calm down, Agent. It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely. I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine.
That is quite a side effect. So prolonged exposure to the mirror will make you, I'm assuming, not even just talk, but perhaps think backwards, like would just completely separate you from the synchronization of this reality. Examination proposal. This proposal is to finally determine the precise nature of the reflected space within the altered item. Is it transplanar, psychologically generated, or rooted within our own dimension? How does the altered item know the space in its vicinity well enough to reflect it? Why does it reflect some materials but not others? Is the space a parallel reality? If so, then we need to consider that while we possess this physical end of the mirror, someone else owns the other. And what purposes might they use it for? Can they walk through into our world? What are their motives? Lastly, to what purpose does the altered item produce the reflections of individuals that enter it? Can these reflected entities leave the altered item? As with all altered items, we need to attempt to distinguish if this behavior is I just don't know if the behavior is I'm not sure if it is. All right. That's weird that there's all these others are like green text, and then just one of them is a red thing. Interesting. So I need to know how to position the shutters. Okay, I can see in the mirror, and they are not positioned the way I would expect. I'm guessing these relate to each individual side, left side, right side. Let's operate under that assumption first. So this would be from the mirror's position up, up, down. So not from our position up, up, down, but from the mirror on the back wall, I'm assuming. Up, up. And then this could, of course, be the opposite side, like it might be the reflection I'm looking at.
There's a mirror in there.
Down, down, up from the mirror's position. Down, down, up.
What a weird way to lock something up.
Okay, so it's not reversed. Left side and right side are as they appear. I am not in the mirror. Why am I not in the mirror? That's gonna disturb me. Attention, if you can read this, you are inside the mirror. That's fantastic. Now there's a reflection. I am the reflection? I'm scared. Attention, if you can read this, you are inside the mirror. And I can't get out. Okay. Okay.
Wait, that didn't sound right.
And I'm talking backwards.
Yeah, that's not good.
Now suddenly all those notes about what is the purpose of this space, what are the motivations of the entities inside of it becomes desperately scary. Okay, so this looks like the same record player. And now the researcher is backwards.
What? I can't understand you. You need to listen.
And he's fine.
In there. There is something inside. You need to lock down the mirror.
What did you see? Hardy, what did you see?
Why are you talking like that? What's wrong with you? All of you? There's something in that fucking mirror.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, and it's like on the reversed side. I think this is that thing. But I would have no idea. I guess I need to do it not only from the other world. I need to find the symbol from the other world and then flip it, would be my guess. I'm gonna need to be able to get out of the mirror to refresh my memory on that. I have no clue. So there must be a way to get out of here. And this is what they were saying in the sheet, is like, it's not just the reflected space. This would be, like, this room would be maybe what the mirror could see. If this hatch was open, maybe the mirror could accurately reflect this space. But how is it creating this hallway and everything outside of here? This is no longer a reflection or the alternate reality of a reflection. It's definitely a new dimension of some sort. And I am not hearing or seeing anything. In a, hey, there's something in the mirror context. Aha. So there is a Newton's cradle room in the mirror reality. That, like, it has to be a puzzle in that case. And it was like the 3 on the right side were moving, and then only 1 on the left side was moving. So I think they are accurate. But I think they all need to be moving and in sync in both our reality and the mirror reality, would be my guess. But it's like I can't get in there either way, so something must change. Like I can't get in there in the mirror or here. Or in the real world, rather. I can't tell if the TVs are different. I thought some of them were on with like white screens before. Now they all appear to be off except for the 3 reds. But I'm not sure without being able to verify. So how far does the mirror reality extend? I'm pretty sure this one was broken in my reality too.
Did you see that? Someone's in there.
What?
Like anyone can
That
understand
looks
that.
like me. Wearing a cool outfit. Hiding in a bunch of mannequins. I'm terrified. Okay. Let's give one more look around here before we face myself. Okay. Nothing to grab. Hey, backwards, Jesse. How's it going? She's gone, she's back. She's gone. Where? Is she like tapping on the glass? Is that what that sound is? Hey, you're in there with the cradles. Can you synchronize those for me? Just make sure all the ones on the left are moving, and then at the same time. That'd be if you could just be a doll. Never mind. Okay, she's not a reflection of me.
That's not good.
She has her own sentience. Oh, hey there, Jesse. Why are you smiling? I'm in the TVs. Oh, it's not even that. She's just broken out. I wonder if that means these will be broken in the normal reality now. That would be interesting. An interesting way to get through. Defeat E-Sedge. Okay. Nothing but a pale imitation. Okay, where are you hiding? Where am I hiding?
Another one?
Another one? What did she mean by that? No, I don't want your rockets. I don't want your nasty rockets. Give me some of those little nubs. Yeah, okay. She's teleporting now. That seems unfair. Ah, so close. Just a little low on health there. Okay, let's see where it puts us. I'm guessing we may have to go through the little dance of mirrors again there. But now we know where to look. And I will try to hide just a little more effectively. I might even have some, if it puts us by a control point, and I'm not sure it will, in the mirror dimension. But if it does, I might have some ability points from Underhill I forgot to spend for health. And that would help. Yeah. That's a ways back. But we got our abilities. And we can easily catch up, so I will go health. And I think I needed 3 for this ground slam. So super close to that. Alright. Fast travel. 2 ritual division, and I'll be right back with you. Ooh, I got back just in time there. Literally while the rocket was midair, being propelled towards me. Okay. Not quite as safe fast traveling into new areas as I hoped. So I'm guessing it will still have remembered our collectible pickups, etc. here. In fact, it even has the broken glass already. In the mirror universe, we remembered a very, very good deal of our progress. Come back to check on that. Let me just make sure the mold guy is down. I'm sure he will be. Yes. So it doesn't look like we lost progress other than on the battle itself. We still have this open. And it's leading right into a nastiness now. Interesting. It's actually really cool to see that, rather than to... I'm assuming if we had defeated her, we wouldn't have gotten to. It's cool to see the corrupted mirror. And she is likely waiting for us out here. Ah, great.
Nothing but a pale imitation. Another one?
So once again, I'm getting myself into some health troubles. There we go. This is a pretty safe little concrete corridor to hide in here. I just have to watch my health. Don't put myself right now out in the middle of everything. Right now out in the middle. I keep trying to grab her rockets, but it's not being kind. Energy up all the way. Oh, that's good energy. All right.
That better be all of them. That explains why they locked this mirror up.
Altered manifestations may occur. Defeat East Edge. East Edge. Is that correct? Jess E. East Edge. Sounds right. Okay, so now we have some broken windows. And what's this? Keeping secrets. What? Let me see if I can find that. It didn't actually play anything. Multimedia. Threshold kids keeping secrets. So this didn't play. Maybe it can't play in the mirror universe? Like maybe it's broken in the regular universe too, and that's where you can see it. That would make sense. But you can pick it up from either world.
I think it's a good time to talk about secrets. Who can tell me what a secret is?
It's something you hide from everyone so they don't get scared.
Partially correct, Topher. A secret is something you don't tell anyone outside the Bureau, because people outside the Bureau
Aren't ready for the truth of reality.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. When you tell someone a secret, you're hurting their brains very badly. Now, let's review what exactly is or isn't a secret. First, we have a rainbow. Secret or not secret?
Not secret.
Correct. And the true version of rainbows?
Secret.
Correct. Cats?
Not secret.
Correct. And the Alpine Chimera?
Secret.
Super secret.
Topher. Too many slip-ups and your father will have to go on vacation without you.
What does that mean, Mr. Bones?
End up like Meg. Do you?
What's wrong with Meg?
What happened to Meg?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm not allowed to go outside anymore.
Oh my God.
Correct.
I'm so happy right now. Okay, we'll have to check if the real world holds that little treasure for us in one of its televisions. Oh man, I love the Threshold kids. Okay, so this is finally broken. And let me I'm just gonna start on this side. And just try to get them all synced to each other first. My only thought is that they just all need to be in sync. Oh, that's a long delay. So it's like you have very little control over it. That's not quite right, but I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. I think I got the rhythm of it now. So they're not, like, perfect. Especially this one. And then it's really hard to sync them between the tables, too. There's like a slight difference. So I don't know if that's good enough. I don't think it is. They're all kind of moving at the same time, but they're also all way off. And it's like strangely hard to modify it. Yeah, that's better. I think this table's good now. Now it's just this one that's kind of off, and I don't know if they're together. Let's try this. Alright. Oh, I keep going just a second too late. Okay. Turn that off first, and then donk, donk. There. Now you can see the screen is shaking. They're all correctly synchronized, so it's actually shaking the whole world, it seems. Okay, so I just need to do exactly that now in the real world, I believe. I'm assuming I'll be able to leave here now. And what about that snazzy outfit she was wearing? I forgot to check the unlocks when I beat her. I guess we should check our outfits menu too. I'm assuming that might be how it works. Alright, nothing in there. Let's head back to the mirror. And I gotta come back for that thing too. I have to remember to check the security panel. Aha, so I step out of it and then uncorrupt it. Probably wise.
Well, it's cleansed now. This is gone. It's dealt with.
Okay, so it must be the other side, I guess, yeah. The mirror side. I'm glad I was wearing this snazzy yellow suit to kill myself. That turned out great. So we have a thin line across the top, and then a sort of almost a hand shape, like two fingers beckoning to the right. I'm going to want that shape beckoning to the left instead. So two fingers beckoning to the left, thin line on top. Okay, so thin line on top, super thick line on the bottom. There, that was complete luck, but stumbled right into it. And it opened that, which gave me nothing? Nothing at all? Okay. I think that's all I need to do there. Not sure if I missed the mod it gave me. Now let's go to the real world and sink the Newton's cradles. It's really bad if you just bought a new yacht and named it Newton's Cradles. Okay. So, same story here. Let's just stop all of them for now. We'll get this one going and work right to left. Those are already synced, so let me just turn this one off. And then we'll see if we can get the others to match instead. A little late. There. A little late on that one, too. Never mind, I'm going left to right. Alright, so I got an energy boost. This is shaking, but they're not quite... quite lined up. So I'm not sure why it's shaking. There. Now I'm confident it's definitely synchronized. I'm not sure why I went early. But I do think we just got that energy mod. Alright. Synchronicity lab, I assume completed. Yeah, here's where Jesse was. Nice. Asynchronous suit. Oh, that looks really cool. Like, that's what I would prefer to wear, if anything. So let's see if we can get back to a... I guess it needs to be central executive, not just a claim point. Let's just get out of there before the combat starts, for sure. So it's trying to get us to go to maintenance to talk to Ati in the janitor's office. We'll swing by there after we change, because we have about 20 minutes left here before I should go start recording, regrettably. Oh, I have to get caught up. If I can stop choking to death, that will also help. Any time now, Jesse. I know Central Executive is a thrilling set piece with a lot of detailed environments to load, but just any time now, Jesse. Okay, as much as I love our delightful yellow suit here, let's get a quick peek at this. I'm a superhero. Yes, please. Energy and health. I'm going to go ahead and get the ground slam that I desire first. There, that will help us maneuver a little bit better. And then if I could only get one, I cannot at all. That's fine. I don't think I really need any of the others right now. I will save it for a little energy later. Okay, quick check-in with Emily Pope. And then we gotta get to some place where I can levitate so I can see what this outfit looks like when I'm levitating.
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The hiss he
How
was
could I
changed
forget?
into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this
It's like
time.
by the
I've heard
ordinary
reports about his particular use
section.
of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
I should get going.
Okay, so she
Well,
gave
I'll
me
do
a
that.
new track down where Mr. Tomasi ran off to, finally, mission. That's great. I love that the mission structure in these is so non-traditional. Sometimes you're told to go beat a boss, but then the boss just runs away halfway through the fight, and it's another side quest later to go chase them down. It's not a very common thing in games. Alright, so let's run down to maintenance momentarily. We'll try our levitation there and see if we could even... I'm assuming this is leading to a Ocean View Motel journey. So let's see if we could push it past that point at the very least. But then I want to stop before we get to the ashtray maze, since we've been going for an hour and a half here. Alright. Control room, sector elevator, that's not what I want. I want Janitor's office. Looks like it might be one of Simon's friends. Yes.
I should find the others.
Sorry, Simon's friends. Alright, my weapon mods are full. Let me take care of that real quick. It's been a while. And personal. Let's see if there's anything I need to chuck in here. Launch efficiency, energy boost. Dodge efficiency, yes please. And don't need C's. Probably 18 launches, my best bet. Up the damage on that one and deconstruct that level 3. There we are. Oh, Ahti. So, yes, new levitating outfit. Absolutely amazing. Love everything about it. Do my little turn on the catwalk here. I think it's gonna be pretty hard to peel me out of this outfit. Search the janitor's office. Ah, I've been forgetting to come back to the bounty board for maintenance here. Another clog. I'll be patient so I don't miss the names. Even more mold. Good, good. And clear the mold. Picked them up out of sequence, it seems. Talk to the plants. Now that one I have to activate. Central research, interesting. Okay, so Ahti is in a painting. Apparently on the porch of a Finnish sauna, enjoying a nice lager at the end of a hard day. Good for you, Ahti. Good for you. So I guess the question is, should I go do all of his little side jobs and then come find him, or can I do those anytime? I'm not really sure. I'm sure I can do them anytime, so let's just talk to the painting here, whatever this is. Track this one again. I don't know what this is about to do.
Left, said the son of Annikki Tähti. My assistant will keep work in the glove and the house standing.
Oh, I'll keep working the glove, don't worry.
Can anyone even get out of here while the building's sealed? Let alone go.
Whoa, that's a cool effect. I can see the ocean. I don't want to leave. That's so soothing. I really like it. Follow Ahti's visions. Okay. A little bit of energy. That's nice. Oh, come on. If any of those had actually made it around the corner, it would have helped. Hold your friend. Okay. He's Sankarin Tangoing me. He knows how to get me interested. Jag växluvin merta kerran, runon lausvihan. Misterin sen suvereisa ette elämän. Alla sänken valta meren varjois vaelta. And so forth. Okay, he wants me to go down there. I'm guessing that means these do not open. Mm-hmm. Black Rock go, nuh-uh. I understand. I understand. That's fine. I feel rejected. I do. I feel desperately rejected, but I'll get over it. Security center. Likely story. Haven't found any security in here yet. Furnace complaint. Regarding the furnace, why aren't we allowed to burn outdated paperwork in it? Seems like a waste of a perfectly good fire. I'm just trying to save you a few bucks and a lot of sweat, you know? Usually people in suits appreciate that, right? What is the furnace even heating? I mean, who's in charge of it? Anyway, it's always lit, but I never see anyone tending to it, and the noise that it makes, you know, isn't it a little, I don't know, off? I mean, I can't be the only one who hears that weird wheezing, or whatever it is. Someone should take a look at that thing. It might be time for a replacement. Sorry, coffee maker. I got really excited for caffeine there. Looking a little moldy.
She said, cocking her gun.
That's a great line. Let's get cleaning, she said, cocking her gun. Oh, come on. Those things are so hard to dodge. Tanaurriluten machen eine Wand. Van het kikulos leposodan yotakas kut sudan. Oh, that should have killed it. Come on. It should have killed it. I cannot see that one. Maybe it's there. Yep, okay. Thought I could get that in time. Good thing we just got a control point there. That's you. You're the wheezing in the furnace. I knew it. We have an infestation of wheezing in the furnace. Gonna have to take some, I don't know, soothing liquids into it. One more try, so sorry. I'm sure we're getting close to a good stopping point some way, somehow.
The mold's gotten in here too? Alright. Let's get clean, she said, cocking her gun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. I need to be more careful about those guys. Because they keep coming up out of the ash, it seems. So I should never feel comfortable. Which is my default state. To never, ever, for any reason, feel comfortable. Can't tell if I got them all. And to reveal myself is to die, if I haven't. They are one and the same action. So this is that ground slam I have now, which helps traversal quite a bit. Alright, this is what I was hoping for. I appreciate your faith in me. What with the third comment about me face planting? Okay. There's a clog in that room. Some radios in this one. Appear to be some Finnish weather reports.
Selkämeren pohjoisosa, merenkurkku ja perämeri suunnaltaan vaihtelevaa tuulta 3–6 sekunnissa. Ja hyvä näkyvyys.
I hope the weather's nice wherever Ahti is. On vacation. Whatever dimension the old god Ahti is currently residing in.
20 kilometriä. Kaupoilla front 15, yli 20. Helsinki Katajaluoto 18, Eteläkaakko 4, yli 20. Bokassär 17, Kaakko 3, melkein selkeää, yli 20.
Aha, that cleared the clog. Once all of his weather reports were running. And then I think the janitor's office is this way. Rather strangely, it's not a dimensional door, it's a ocean view door, like it's not one of the hub worlds, it's beyond that. Interesting that there's a poster for Miami. And we're in the quarry. And this is like a a fake control point? A janitorial control point he set up himself. Wow. Still has the appropriate ley lines. Good, good. Albany. A response team was dispatched to a possible altered world event in progress at Albany. At the scene, the team encountered and retrieved altered item 63. The Bureau had discovered numerous online message boards regarding loud noises coming from an abandoned shipping warehouse belonging to the Corporation. Local law enforcement had discovered numerous bodies in various states of mutilation in the vicinity. This, along with the noises, were considered to be evidence of a werewolf, due to the fact that they only occurred on the last 3 full moons. Field Agent Jeffords, I'm going to guess, accompanied a squad of ranger trainees to the site as a form of field training. The likelihood of a genuine AWE was considered low. Despite this evaluation, the team encountered a highly volatile altered item, which they successfully retrieved. So there is an altered item that mutilates people under full moons? Is that what I'm understanding? So now I'm like on some sort of upper tier of the quarry I did not know was accessible. Down there, I believe, is where we did our little explosive interlude. Appears to be some hiss fighting with one of the brain fugues. And I guess we're just going straight across. Okay. Where to now, Artie? I'm allowing the ocean to guide me. Cable cart control. This looks like a great spot to get ambushed, perhaps while a really slow cable car is coming across the way. Sit down. Albany Supplement. Upon arrival, the squad broke into the warehouse and discovered boxes of undelivered merchandise abandoned by the previous owner of the warehouse. As they investigated the noise, demon chipmunks along the south side of the building caused it to collapse inward. Wooden crates in accelerated physical violence from lard-rendered field agent Jeffords and two of the trainees unconscious. I'm pretty sure that makes sense. The others escaped the warehouse before it collapsed entirely. In the rubble, they found altered item 63 at the origin of the demon chipmunks, attracting and repelling debris. Aha, so this must be the floppy disk was found in Albany, I'm assuming. They stood guard around the item until the moon set, at which point the altered effect ceased. They returned the item to the Bureau without further incident. Though I don't know if the floppy disk was moon-related. That would be new information. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's a new item we haven't seen. The collapse of the warehouse was not witnessed by civilians, and thus no reinforming by the communications department was required. Must be the old, Men in Black, look right here. This was all just swamp gas department. So I'm guessing this will start the fun times. And also the cable car. We appear to be in a massive basement area with large supporting pillars. I wouldn't suggest it. I've got explosive tanks. I wouldn't suggest it. Down. Okay, cable car. Ah, they're just gonna keep coming until you are. I guess. Until you're ready, cable car. I'll wait. Mm-hmm. That's a big tank. And behind the wall. You made it. You made it. Good job. No thank you to that rocket. How? How did that get around there? That was crazy. Okay. Quick check for mods, and then it's tango time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's tango time. I have no idea why Ati is vacationing down here. Nowhere is apparently what it's called. Probably really delayed compared to the game audio. Or else I'd be belting it out this whole time. Trust me. Oh, lovely. I have my own copy of it now, too. That's awesome. They gave me a multimedia tape of this Uncutting Tango.
There's something up ahead. Do you see it?
Oh, I see it. It's a forest, and it's lovely. I pretty much hate not looking that direction. Every other direction is just balls. This is so soothing. Oh, yeah. I feel like I'm having a nice little virtual reality meditation in the middle of the game. Cracking open a cold one. That's the stuff. I'm just gonna, like, honestly stop dead and look at this for a second because I believe I will regret it when it's over. If I don't take it in now, I will regret it. This is such a lovely experience. I love that illusion technique. It's so strangely compelling. I just don't want it to be over.
Hey, girl. For a fin. Holidays home.
Appears to be gently whipping himself now. That's part of it. It's part of the vacation. Huh. Something on this pillar. And it's gone.
Ati?
Did you miss me?
That's gonna be a big yes.
Did you have peace in your song? No.
I'm imagining that's like, oh, did you have an accident? You didn't want to tell anybody?
You did good. Take my cassette player.
You need my help.
The song is a present from my friends to you. It will get you through the
A
maze
present
so you
from
can
his
do your job.
friends. So he's giving me his cassette player to get through the maze.
Of course it did. He gave me his cassette player. It'll get me through the maze, huh? The janitor always has the keys.
Some sort of northern lights up there, unless those are just some glitched out health nubs. I'm not sure. So yeah, what is this thing? It's like a weird Yggdrasil illustration. Or like a doorway. Huh. And what is the purpose of this area? Is it just like unused space in the oldest house? Or are we even in the oldest house anymore? Is this like some other part of things? I love the fact that he sets these up with little brooms and pails. And they still work like the heavily researched version Dr. Darling came up with, I imagine. Ati's just like, you can do it with brooms. It's fine. You don't need a lot of money. I'm still not entirely sure what they're doing either, but I think it's like creating a resonant channel in different ley lines of the house to protect it and allow travel. So, I'm assuming we're supposed to fast travel out of here rather than go back up the cable car, would be my thought. So let me just use some ability points. And I think I'm just going to go full energy, because I desperately need it. Alright, and then fast travel back up to maintenance. Or I guess research is where we need to be. Ashtray maze. Okay, I'll be right back. 1 second. Alright. Just in time, I hope. As everything's gone dark. And then light again. Oh, that was startling. Okay, so I'm back on this side of the fire break. I think I should be able to get through the maze now with the help of Ati's cassette tape player. And we will pick it up there next time. I hate to do the cliffhanger ending here, but just over 2 hours. We made some very nice progress. Got a new, incredibly badass outfit. We have full energy, full launch. And we will be making our way to Dimensional Research to attempt to find the slide projector from our childhood next time. Thank you very, very much, and I will see you then. Bye for now.